Hello friends, this is Johny Hans from Study Buddy Canada, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how exactly can you sponsor your partner, your husband, wife or common law partner if you are already inside Canada. So what are the right tips? Because if there is anything related to Canada or Canada is your dream destination, this is your dream channel. Welcome to Study Buddy Canada. Hey guys, this is Johny Hans and bringing you the right and the bright information about everything which is related to Canada immigration. On Study Buddy Canada, today we're going to be talking about if you are already inside, or that means you want to sponsor your wife, your husband or common law partner. So what is the process for inland spousal sponsorship? What are the key things to keep in mind and how can you make it work? Right information can make a huge difference in your process. So even if you are going to do this process on your own, this video will definitely help you. And if this is the first time you're watching this YouTube channel or this video for the first time, consider subscribing this YouTube channel and hit bell button so that you don't miss any update from us. So let's dive into the main matter. So exploring this one important program which Canadian citizens or permanent residents can sponsor their spouse, common law partner so that they can stay with them in Canada. So if we see for the family class immigrants, Canada is seeking to welcome more than 80,000 newcomers every year under their spouse, partners or children's category. It's a very important category which is designed to strengthen the family reunification or nurturing the family culture in Canada, and that is the reason why now you can sponsor your spouse or your common law partner. Now let me just also reinstate that your spouse could be your husband, your wife, right, or whatever gender you relate with, whatever terminology you use for your spouse. So it also include, for example, if you talk about homosexuality or any type of orientation is well respected under these terms. More information is always available on canada.ca. Or if you're living with your common law partner, that means you're not actually married and you want to sponsor the partner who's staying with you in Canada, like what we use the term conjugal partner. If they're staying with you, how exactly can you sponsor? So let me just throw some light on the word spouse. Spouse is someone that you're legally married with and you have a valid marriage registration under Canadian law, or let's say you have the proper certificate of marriage which is a proof of your marriage. And common law partner is someone that you are cohabiting and you have cohabited with your partner, which is in like a marriage, like a relationship for at least 12 consecutive months. You are staying at the same place, you're paying bills together, you have bank account together. So that means you are in an environment of living and breathing together. So that's what we mean in this case. Now, general application requirements need some kind of information or documentation both from the sponsor and from the main applicant. The main applicant who is being sponsored has to be of a certain age, which is 18 years of age, and neither the foreign national nor the sponsor may have been sponsored in the 5 years prior to the submission of their inland sponsorship application. Now, other important thing that they look at is that neither foreign national who's being sponsored or the person who's sponsoring that person may be in prison, bankruptcy, or currently charged with serious offense. Both Canadian citizen or foreign national must be approved as eligible candidates for inland spousal sponsorship. So let me just rectify myself a little bit over here, that both Canadian citizen and permanent residents are eligible to sponsor their conjugal partner or their spouse when they are staying with them in Canada. Now, from the sponsor, there are a few things required. If you want to sponsor someone, you have to think about it, like, are you really eligible for that? So if you're looking at yourself and you want to say like, hey, am I eligible for sponsoring my spouse or my common law partner? Now follow these things. First of all, you should not be receiving any kind of social assistance or any kind of employment insurance, or you should not be dependent on the government or the province to sustain yourself financially. Number two, you should not be getting any kind of you should have sufficient income to cover the expenses of your living as well as your spouse. And then third, you should not be receiving any type of income benefits from the government, or you should not be under any kind of bankruptcy proceedings. If you are okay with all these things, well, you are eligible to sponsor your spouse or common law partner. Now, it's important for you to also depict that you are strong enough financially for next 3 years to support yourselves as well as your partner. That means you should be able to take well care of them when they come to Canada, or even if they are already in Canada, when they want become permanent resident, at least you have to take their responsibility for next 3 years. I'm sure that's not too much to ask for, right? Well, if you're liking the information already, please consider subscribing this YouTube channel if this is the first time you're watching. And if you're liking the information, like this video so that more and more people can get the right information right on their tabs, on their phones, wherever you're watching. Now, well, if you need any kind of help related to immigration or you need more guidance, then you can always approach our team because our team under Study Buddy Canada is CICC certified, trained and licensed to provide the right type of services for Canadian citizenship, or if I talk about different type of immigration programs. Now let's see if you are sponsoring your spouse or common law partners, what type of requirements are there from their side. Number one, for inside Canada sponsorship, what we call inland spousal sponsorship, they need to hold a valid temporary status. That means they have to be a worker, a student, or a visitor. Remember, they also have to pass through the background check, security checks, and medical checks. Now, the application process is fairly simple as compared to sponsoring someone who's outside of Canada. Now, inland sponsorship, if you are living in Quebec, first of all, you have to get their CSQ approved, right? And for that, you have to begin the application. So if you're in Quebec, it might take extra time, but in general, the Canadian citizen or PR that you have to get your eligibility check to fulfill as a role of sponsor. Application must be sent at the same time as the application for sponsoring the foreign national, or will be included with the same application package in 2 different steps. Now, the second step is obtain the application package on the government website, that's canada.ca. Pay for all the required application fees which is given online. That means for sponsoring them as well as for their permanent residency or biometrics. Now, there is a catch. You can either pay for their permanent residency side by side, or they will that's canada.ca. It has clearly been mentioned on it that the IRCC will start the process, but before finalizing the application, they're going to ask you to make the payment of permanent residency fees. Depending upon your pocket, you can decide it. Fourth step is complete and sign all the required documents, and you can send your application as the 5th step to the right visa office or the mailing address in Canada by following the instructions that have been provided on the checklist or the guide that you see on canada.ca. The 6th step is, while the application is under review, you may be asked to submit additional supporting documents. Application processing time may approximately take 12 months, but sometimes when it's inline sponsorship or sponsorship being done from within Canada, it's very fast. I have seen some cases where the sponsorship got approved within 2 months as well. Sometimes IRCC, it really depend upon their backlog or the current processing time. The latest information is always available on canada.ca. If you are looking to sponsor your partner, that means your spouse, from within Canada or from outside Canada, or you have any questions related to it and need any kind of services, you can either book a session with us by visiting our website studybuddycanada.com, or you can just contact us using the website. And the best information is always available on canada.ca. I hope you liked today's video, and if you really like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and what other type of videos you want us to make on this channel, that's Canada. And if you want information for further, you can also contact us through our website. I hope you liked today's video, and for more videos, stay connected till the end screen. There are other video suggestions. You can choose one that you want to watch. On that note, this is me, Johny Hans, signing off for the day. Have a good day.